What are the 4 best sectors to invest in crypto right now? Because currently, no one is paying attention to crypto. And when retail comes in at the top, like they do every single time, they are not going to want to buy a $100,000 Bitcoin. They're going to want to invest in the next crypto sector that's going to perform like Bitcoin did in the past. And I have the 4 best sectors that I'm investing in so I can get in ahead of the gains. And like I said, no one's paying attention. This is Bitcoin search term interest on Google. And we're looking at the interest over time. As you can see, we're well below the peak that we reached last cycle in 2021, and right now almost at a record low. But look at the very, very low point in September 23. This is lowest Bitcoin interest on Google of all time almost since it was created. Now was September 23 a good time to buy Bitcoin? We're looking at the 2-week chart right here, and these 2 candles right there are actually September 2023, and you can see that was a fantastic time to get into crypto, and Bitcoin basically tripled in its price in just about 200 days. So a great time. But what are the next 4 sectors that are going to behave like Bitcoin did in September 23? Now, when we go back to Google Trends, you can see clearly retail, the average investors still do not understand crypto. In fact, Alex Becker was talking about just that yesterday.
And for years, the argument has been people won't use blockchain because it's too complicated. When people use blockchain and crypto technology takes over, people won't even know they're using it, because what crypto is particularly for video games and AI, is just more efficient code.
Now, Alex Becker listed gaming and AI. These are 2 of the 4 sectors we're going to look at. My favorite gaming project isn't at the top of the list. Immutable, that's probably already too high a market cap for that to change people's lives. Floki, more of a meme coin. And for Gala, a lot more tokens have been released, so it's just going to be a lot more difficult to hit previous all-time highs. And then that brings me down to the 4th project on here, and that is Beam. And I got the Beam Alpha for you here. Beam was formerly known as Merit Circle, and if we look, they already have a fairly high market cap. It's still under $1 billion, but I think this thing can go to $10 billion potentially this cycle. And here's the thing that nobody talks about when they talk about Beam. The Beam Alpha is the Merit Circle treasury. You got to dive in a little bit, but if you go to their official page, you can find their treasury, and then you can find a dashboard that tells you about their treasury, and Merit Circle has $250 million just in their treasury. If you're wondering what's exactly making up their treasury, they invest in these gaming assets building on the Beam ecosystem early. And you can see right here, they paid $2.5 million for some Aether token. That Aether token is now worth $50 million. So in a weird way, Merit Circle, aka Beam, is kind of like a mutual fund for crypto gaming stocks. Now, if we go back to their market cap here, you can see it is around $850 million, and they have about $250 million. And their tokens worth more than $800 million. That is essentially vaporware. That is nothing more than software. That is nothing more than just ones and zeros on a screen. And Beam, not only do they have the ones and zeros on the screen, they have $250 million locked up in a treasury. And so to me, that just gives them a huge runway for operations, increasing the odds of success. So Beam is going to be my #1 gaming play. But Alex Becker also brought up AI tokens. Now, if we look at the AI tokens, I see 2 clear winners on the top, but their market caps are a little bit high. I think you're going to be very happy if you get in near at these levels, under $5. And I think BitTensor under 600 will feel pretty good when it's trading around $1,000, $2,000. But I know you want more upside than that. You want to retire early. You want to change your life. And near with the $6 billion market cap is just going to be difficult to do. And BitTensor with the $4 billion market cap is also going to be a little bit difficult. But there's an AI project that is much further down the list, and that is Carve. But when you click on AI coins by market cap, well, you can't actually find it, and that's because on CoinGecko, they actually don't have their market cap up. So we got to go to CoinMarketCap to actually find their market cap. And when you see here, the market cap is only $116 million. You can still get this token for under $1. For whatever reason, retail is actually going to care a lot about the token price, so they're going to be more likely to buy a token for $1 than they are for $650. That's just how the retail mind's going to operate. Now, Carve is a little bit of a gaming play and an AI play, but this is going to be a modular play as well, and it's going to be at a data layer. So Carve is in a good position. They're not trying to create the world's next LLM. They're not trying to dethrone ChatGPT, but what they are trying to do is create a data layer for these AI tokens and these gaming ecosystems to all communicate. And so they're hyper-focusing on one niche within this larger niche, which is going to just increase the odds of success yet again, and they already almost got 1 million followers on their page. Now, just a quick warning about Carve. This token is under a week old, so it's going to be very volatile, and it's going to probably make a major move in one direction. Just looking at their market cap, I'm feeling like that major move could be to the upside. Now, 3rd ecosystem we're talking about, that's going to be DePIN. Now, DePIN It's just a fancy way of saying compute, storage, and communications, a decentralized physical infrastructure network. Now, compute, storage, communication, that's how I break down the DPIN category in my mind. Now, for compute and storage, I like some large caps. I like Render for compute, and I like Filecoin for storage. But for communications, I get a little bit more degen. I want something a little bit of a smaller market cap, and I want something that's going to have a lot higher upside. And for me, that token's going to be World Mobile Token here. Now, World Mobile Token just changed their ticker WMT to WMTX if you're looking for it here. And when you look at the all-time price chart, you can see this token has taken a beating and is well below its market cap. Now, they just changed their ticker, which is why you're not going to see market cap right here. Yet again, we got to go to coin market cap, and you can see that thing is sitting around $100 million. Now, back to why I like World Mobile Token. It's not just because it has a lower market cap. One, they're building on Cardano and branching out to Base and other ecosystems. That bodes very well. I'm a big fan of Cardano. But two, they have boots on the ground. Now, there's a lot of crypto projects, even in the DPIN category, that are just basically, and I'm not trying to be rude here, but they're nerds in a Discord. They're transferred all over the globe. They're on different continents. They're in different time zone. They speak different languages originally, and they're all communicating in some Slack channels or some Discord channels, and that's fine. You can do a lot with that. You can build a great crypto project. But World Mobile Token has boots on the ground. And when we're talking about boots on the ground, I'm talking about some of the recent disasters that we saw. You can see World Mobile Token team was in North Carolina after the hurricane devastated the area, and they're installing their air nodes. In a world where connectivity is everything, we simply had to do something for the people who've been left with nothing. And so, I don't get the vibe of Discord nerds. Not that there's anything wrong with that. These people can change the world, but these guys look like they're actively changing the environment. And to me, that bodes very well for a mobile team, seeing how active they are and, kind of piggybacking off of this. They're getting a lot of attention as well. So big fans of World Mobile Token. Not only that, you can kind of feel good if you do want to buy into this token. Now into the last and final of the 4 categories that I think are going to be slam dunks if you're investing in crypto. It's going to be real world assets. And for this one, I like the number 2 player. This one now has a $1 billion market cap, and that's going to be Ondo. We've talked about Ondo on this channel a lot, and you can see, if we zoom out a little bit, pretty far down from its all-time high. It got real close to $1.50. Right now, trading around 72 cents. So you're looking at close to a 2x just to hit its previous all-time high from about 6 months ago. Now, Ondo doesn't have the best tokenomics here, but they have the best pumponomics. And I'm going to explain what I mean. Now, tokenomics, only about 14% of the token has been released. You can see circulating supply, 1.4 billion out of 10 billion. But I said they have the best pumponomics. So what does that mean? And can the pumponomics eclipse the tokenomics? Well, folks, I think they can, because the pumponomics, we're talking about BlackRock is involved. So Ondo is leveraging BlackRock's tokenized treasuries. BlackRock has a BUIDL fund. But what exactly is BlackRock's BUIDL fund? How does Ondo piggyback off of this? Well, the BUIDL fund is essentially for their insiders, for their qualified investors, for their favorite customers to earn yield basically via crypto. Now, I'm saying, how's Ondo going to benefit off this? Ondo is one of the major partners. You can see the breakdown by protocols here. You have Securitize, and number 2, you have Ondo. So Ondo is rubbing elbows with the world's most powerful elites, aka BlackRock, and I think, that is going to spell pretty well for the token holders there. And just to recap, folks, the 4 that I'm looking at is going to be the gaming, it's going to be AI, it's going to be the DPIN, and of course, it's going to be the real world assets. And I'm looking at Beam, I'm looking at you, Carve, I'm looking at you, World Mobile Token, and I'm looking at you, Ondo, because I know BlackRock's going to get on that too. And so, folks, hopefully I'll see you and your diversified portfolio at the top.